Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Before we start the telecast, God bless you all. Welcome, welcome. I want to welcome everyone in the name of God and in the name of our Holy Mother, the Virgin Mary. I want to clarify something. I want to I'm sorry. I want to clarify something before I start the telecast because I like to be clear always. This telecast is dedicated to my dear friend and blood relative, Tommy Siggs. Tommy Siggs. Why? Why am I dedicating this telecast to Tommy? I had planned for a long time to do a like like uh like di- like different parts. Wait, let me organize my thoughts. I had planned I had planned long ago that I was going to do telecast on Puerto Rico, but I did not do it. But Tommy motivated me to do it because I was participating in his morning show, and he asked me questions about Puerto Rico. So Tommy motivated me. So Tommy motivated me to do a telecast about Puerto Rico. So I want to thank Tommy for motivating me, giving me a push. And that is good. That is good. That is what true friendship is all about. That friends push each other for the good. So I want to dedicate this telecast to Tommy Six to show my respect and to show my appreciation. So I want everyone, please sub and subscribe to Tommy Six. For those that do not know Tommy Six, Tommy is of Italian heritage. He is from the great state of New Jersey. He comes from a great traditional, old fashioned Italian family. And Tommy is just a good person, a gentleman, and has a good heart and likes to help everyone. Likes to help everyone. So everyone sub and support Tommy. Tommy is a good person. Okay, everyone. So God bless you all. And now I will start. Now I will start the telecast. Uh, this telecast will be an hour. An hour. The topic is Puerto Rico. The topic is Puerto Rico. Okay, so here we go.
T minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We've gone for main engine start. We have main engine start. Ladies and gentlemen, rock and roll.
plena, Dominus tecum, benedicta tu in mulieribus, et benedictus fructus ventris tui, Iesus. Sancta Maria, Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis nostrae. Amen.
Le llamaban Yaré y yo le cambié el nombre. Tú regresarás. Tú Se me fue Yaré, se me dio Yaré. La mujer que yo tenía se fue y me abandonó. Me dijo que ella quería alguien mejor que yo. Difícil. Como yo sufrí, como yo lloré cuando la vi que se marchó, pero antes de irse le dije tú a mí vas a volver y se
Team you can find Boricuas themselves. We'll tell stories no one else can tell, of experiences no one else can offer, in places no one else can claim. Rooted in a single belief that the Boricua way of life can make everyone's way of life more joyful, more passionate, more authentic, more memorable, and more inspired. Live Boricua. Discover Puerto Rico has remained steadfast in the face of many challenges, and in fact, positioned our destination to come back stronger than ever. Today, we introduce not just a new campaign, not just a new way to think about Puerto Rico, but an entirely new way to think about experiencing the world. While a lot of people will tell you they live to travel, we believe you should travel to live. This is our moment. This is our story. This is our invitation. Live Boricua. Based in truth, backed by research. 8 markets, 16 groups, over 900 respondents. Affirmed by consumers and brought to life by the most passionate, authentic,
Y dice así, dice mi socio, y dice así, dice mi hermano. En el Tibiricaba, oye, en el Tibiricaba, ya tú lo ves mi compadre, ya tú lo ves mi compadre. Oye, como dice, en Venezuela, en Guatemala, en Costa Rica, en Puerto Rico, allá en España, y en la Argentina, tibiricabra, 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 tibiricabra. Oye, como dicen, en brasilero, en panameño, y dice así, dice mi socio, y dice así, dice mi hermano. Oye, como dice, en Venezuela.
Okay, everyone, welcome to Puerto Rico. The clips is to give everyone idea what Puerto Rico is all about. All the videos that you have seen, that is the reality of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a beautiful island. The population is exactly 3.2 million American citizens of Puerto Rican heritage. We also have over 100,000 Dominican brothers and sisters that live here in Puerto Rico also, that are also American citizens. We also have we also have our brother cousins that are the Cubans. Uh, we have we have a small we have a small community of Cubans. Uh, but I will get into all that. I will get into all of that in a few moments. But first, as I always do, I must greet all our chat family members. Hold on, please. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Okay. Let me start from the beginning. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay. Every chat member is important. I repeat, every chat member is important. Let me welcome. Let me welcome. I'm gonna start from backwards. Let me welcome Bobo. Bobo, God bless you, and a big hug. Let me welcome the great Tommy Siggs, the King of New Jersey, the King of New Jersey. And I will say it again. This telecast is dedicated to Tommy Siggs, to Tommy Siggs Social Club. Why? Because Tommy Six motivated me to do this telecast on Puerto Rico. So thank you, Tommy. Tommy, thank you for giving me the push. We all need we all need to be pushed because we all need someone to push us sometimes, and that is good, Tommy. I really appreciate it. So God bless, Tommy. God bless your dear mother, mother six, daughter six, son six, and the future Mrs. Six. And hopefully Tommy's wedding will be telecast on this channel live with the blessing of God. Okay. So thank you, Tommy. Thank you. Tommy, the link is in your messenger. I repeat, the link is in your messenger. Whenever you want to intervene in this telecast, you are welcome. This is your channel. This is your channel also, Tommy. So whenever you want, just go to your messenger, press, and the limo is in the messenger. The limo is in the messenger. And also, we might have a visit from Dr. Milo. From Dr. Milo, her and her husband might be on the panel also. Dr. Milo might be with us tonight, if God permits. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay. Let me welcome Kid Rock, the future content creator. Let me tell you, Kid Rock has great talent, has great potential, and Kid Rock is going to be an excellent content creator. Kid Rock has a lot of talent. He is a he is a he is a fine young man from a great family, and he is uh, uh, he is also my blood relative. He is also my blood relative. May God bless Kid Rock and his family. So thank you, Kid Rock, and also Kid Rock. I want to thank you for all the help that you have given me these past 9 months. Kid Rock, Kid Rock has been with me since the first telecast. Uh, it's going on now 10 months. So Kid Rock has been with me for 10 months. So I really appreciate it, Kid Rock. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay? Hold on, everyone. I don't want to miss anyone. Let me welcome Mr. and Mrs. Spirit. Mr. and Mrs. Spirit Sky Blue. Miss Spirit, God bless you and thank you. And thank you for being, and thank you for coming. And thank you. A few days ago, you were with me on the panel. Very interesting. And I hope, Miss Spirit, that we can do a special telecast on the Indian heritage of. It is important. It is important. It is important that we American citizens. It is important, everyone. It is important that we learn about the Indians of the United States, the true Americans. I want to stress that point. The Indian, the American Indian, the Indians from Canada, from North America, which they were put in reservations, which they stole their land, which they invaded their land, And let us be clear. They committed genocide with the Indians, and they are still doing it, and that is wrong. That is wrong. We American, with all respect, we American citizens, we must learn the history of our nation, the good and the bad. I repeat, the good and the bad. We must learn our American history. I repeat, and I say it with respect, we cannot be blind and we cannot be fanatics. Let me tell you, once you are a fanatic, you close your brain. I repeat, once we become fanatics, we cannot become fanatics of no one, only God. To be clear, we can only be fanatics with God only, but we cannot fall into fanatics. Uh, I love, to be clear, I love the United States of America. I was born in the great state of New York. I am American 100%. And I love the red, white, and blue flag, and I am very patriotic. But I must acknowledge that the nation that I love has a lot of faults. We must acknowledge that, because if you do not acknowledge your faults, you cannot correct them. I will give an example. Uh, there's a lot of individuals on YouTube that are doing wrong, but they do not acknowledge it. In their sick minds, they are doing a service. Imagine that. Imagine individuals on YouTube that harass people daily, that dox and expose and disrespect people every day. In their sick minds, they think that they are doing something good. That is being a fanatic, and that is having a sick mind. We cannot be like that. I am giving an example. We love our nation, our American nation. I want to be clear in everything. We love we love our American nation. We love our flag, but we must learn our history, our true history, the good and the bad. It will make us. It will make us. It will make us a complete person. You see, once you know the good and you also know the bad, you become a full person. Do not, and I say to everyone, I am talking to everyone in general, we cannot fall into fanatism. Once you become a fanatic, you are gone. I'll give another example, very short. I will try to be as brief as possible. This November 5th, American citizens living in the 50 states, not including Puerto Rico, Puerto Rico, to be clear, the island of Puerto Rico, which is a U.S. territory since 1898, over 3.2 million U.S. citizens that live in Puerto Rico do not have the right, do not have the right by law. We cannot vote in presidential elections. To be clear. Why? Because we are a territory. That is the law. That is the law. In order for Puerto Rico to vote in the presidential election, Puerto Rico must be a state, must be a state. But we are not a state. We are a U.S. territory. I want to be clear. Okay. On November 5th, everyone that lives in the 50 states, in one of the 50 states, that is a U.S. citizen, that is duly registered, to be clear, every state, every state of our nation has different rules and regulations of election. To be clear, there is not one rule. Every state has their own rules and regulations of voting. But the most important is that every citizen that lives in the 50 states has the right to vote. Some will vote for Mr. Trump and some will vote for Mr. Biden. But the point that I want to get across, you vote for whoever you want. Vote for whoever you want, but do not lose your perspective. Do not become a fanatic. Do not become a fanatic of Trump. Do not become a fanatic of Biden. Do not lose your souls. See, once you become a fanatic, you lose your soul. You lose your soul. Do not lose your soul. Do not lose your intelligence. You vote for an example. You, if you want to, you vote for Trump. Let us say that Trump wins the election. No problem. No problem. We pray to God. We pray to God that God guides Mr. Trump to be a good president for everyone. For everyone. For those that voted for him and for those that did not vote for him. You see? But always we must observe our elected officials. Make sure that they do the right thing, because a lot of people, they fall into being a fanatic. Once you fall into fanatism, whatever the president does is okay. No, we cannot think that way. That is anti-American. You see, the Constitution, when the Constitution was written, it was written for the benefit of the people. Let me repeat it again. When our founding fathers wrote the Constitution of our nation, the United States of America, they wrote it for the benefit of the people. They did not write the Constitution for the benefit of the president, for the benefit of our political representatives. They wrote it. That is the true essence of the Constitution. They wrote it for the protection and for the rights of the people. So we have to take advantage of that. You see? We have to be smart voters. And once we vote for a person, that person works for us. We do not work. In other words, if I vote for Trump, let's say that I would. This is an example. Let's say that if I would be living in the great state of New York, where I was born and raised, and I would vote for Trump. Well, I voted for Trump. I wish him well. May God bless him. But if Trump does not do his job, I am going to tell him. I am going to say, Mr. Trump, what you did is wrong. I do not like that. And I will tell him. That is the attitude. That is the attitude. There's a lot of people that just vote and they become, it is like a fan club. No. A lot of people become zombies. They become zombies of our leaders. You cannot do that. That's what I am talking about. So be a smart voter. I want everyone, register to vote. Everyone that's in the chat, the majority are from the United States of America. You are all U.S. citizens. Register to vote. Register to vote. Your vote can make the difference. Uh, an example, if you like Biden, vote for Biden. If you like Mr. Trump, vote for Mr. Trump. But make sure whoever wins, make sure make sure that you let the president know if he's doing a good job or if he's doing a bad job. If you don't agree, you can make the difference. And also, I'm going to ask a question and just answer it in your minds. Do you know your representatives? Do you know an example? An example. The U.S. Congress, there are 535. I am talking about the U.S. Congress in Washington D.C. The official one. That is the official one. To be clear, every state, every state and territory, they have senators and representatives that represent the state or the territory locally. But and then we have the main Congress, which is in Washington, D.C. They're, they are 535 members, 100 senators. They are two senators for every state. And then you have 435 representatives that represent the 435. They represent the different states. You see? Okay. The question that I want you all to answer in your brain. Do you know your senators that represent your state? Do you know your representatives? You should know them. There's a lot of people that don't vote that are totally disconnected, and that is wrong. And I am going to explain. You must be active. You must be aware of the political decisions that are going on in Washington, D.C. Why? Because every law that they pass affects you. I repeat, every law that is passed in Washington, D.C. affects you as a human being. So you better know who represents you. Check during the week when you have time, call your local election board. There's one in every state. You call your election board and you say, listen, I want to know, give me the name of my two senators and give me the names of my representatives. You must know these people because these people represent you. You pay these people with your taxes. Whatever decision that they make in Washington, D.C., whatever law they pass affects you as a human being. So you must know who represents you, and you must register to vote. Your vote is important. So I want everyone, please, to put that in your wallets and in your purses. Okay, let me greet everyone. Hold on, everyone. Let me greet everyone. Hold on. Okay. We got Tommy. My dear friend always, Mr. Joe Bay, Mr. Joe Bay, the boss of Brooklyn. I call him that with love in my heart. That is a nickname that I am giving him, to be clear, because Joe has never said that he is the boss of Brooklyn. I am saying it. A big hug for my dear friend always, Mr. Joe Bay. Joe, I want to wish you good health, and economic blessings. Economic blessings. Joe is a specialist in sports. I repeat, Joe is a specialist in sports. If you own baseball cards, vintage baseball cards, or new baseball cards, and you an example. Let us say you have a collection of baseball cards, and you want to know if they have like any value. Consult with Mr. Joe Bay. Joe, if you can, hold on, please, hold on. Hold on, please, hold on. Okay, hold on, everyone, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Okay, Joe, I just sent you a wrench. Please post your channel. Please post your channel. I want everyone, to support Mr. Joe Bay. I want everyone to support Mr. Joe Bay. He has a show with Mr. Kane Shades. Joe, post your channel and post Kane Shades' channel. I want everyone to support Joe and Mr. Ken Chase. They have an excellent program. It is called La Bodega. La Bodega. It is excellent. If anyone has baseball cards, vintage, cards of any kind that has to do with sports, consult with Joe. Consult with Joe, and Joe will guide you. Mr. Joe will guide you. Joe is this is my opinion of Joe. Joe is a man of honor and also a traditional, a real traditional New York Italian. So a big hug for Joe. Okay, Joe, post your link of your channel and post Kane Shape's link, please. Okay, let me welcome Miss Carol Quill. Miss Carol Quill. Red roses always, Miss Carol. And Miss Carol, I hope to have you with me on the panel in the future, if God permits. So a big hug for Miss Carol Quill. Let me welcome Bobo. Bobo, God bless you. And a big hug always. A big hug. Bobo is in charge of complete security here on this channel. A big hug, Bobo. A big hug. Let me welcome the beautiful Miss Carol Mahale and her diamond bracelet and her famous diamond bracelet. Miss Carol, please sub and support Miss Carol Mahale. Miss Carol, when are you going live again? I bought the tickets. I bought the tickets. A big hug for Miss Carol. Okay? Hold on, everyone. Everyone is important. I don't want to miss anyone. Hold on. Kid Rock, a big hug. Mob Rat Hunter. Mob Rat Hunter. God bless you, Mob Rat Hunter. And a big hug. And thank you always. And thank you always for helping us. You are part of our great family. Mob Rat Hunter. Hold on, everyone. We have Miss Spirit. Miss Spirit, God bless you. Okay, hold on. Mr. Handsome himself, Chris Truck. Chris, 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 I hope you brought a date with you. You always come to the chat by yourself. No, no, no. Chris, I want to meet your girlfriend. I want to meet your girlfriend. A big hug for Chris. Chris, God bless you always. I hope your mother is doing well. God bless your dear mother. And God bless your little daughter, your beautiful little daughter. God bless her. If I am not mistaken, she is 8 years old. If I am not mistaken. So God bless your little daughter, Chris. And Chris, you must be married. You must be married by Christmas. No, before Christmas. All the single ladies out there, Chris, throw down your channel. Uh, throw down your channel. Put your channel link in the chat, and maybe we'll get lucky and marry you. Come on, ladies. Grab Chris. Grab Chris. 50% off tonight. 50% off tonight on Chris Truck. I'm giving him away. I'm giving him away tonight. Okay, hold on. All right, all right. Hold on, everyone. Let me give a big shout out to Uncle Dindu. Uncle Dindu. Uncle Dindu is watching this telecast in his dreams because Uncle Dindu went to bed a few hours ago. So this telecast will be transmitted in his dreams. A big hug for my Uncle Dindu. God bless you, Uncle Tindu. God bless you. Hold on, everyone. I don't want to miss anyone. I hope I haven't missed anyone. Let me welcome Hollywood. Hollywood, welcome. Hollywood 210. Welcome, Hollywood. Welcome. And God bless you and your family. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Everyone in the chat is important. Coltrane. Coltrane, God bless you. And thank you for being here. Another great family member. Coltrane, God bless you and your family. The chat, I want everyone to know, and I tell this to all the content creators, the chat is the most important. Them are the people that took the time to come into your chat. They must be acknowledged. Let me tell you, there are many content creators that don't even say hello, that don't even acknowledge. All they do is talk and talk and talk, and they don't even say hello to the people, to the good people that are in their chats. And that is a bad practice. That is a horrible practice. That is uh, content creators that do not greet their cat family. They have no manners. They have no manners. So a big hug for Coltrane. Let me welcome Ralph Bucci, my dear friend always. Ralph Bucci, another great Italian. The Wise Up Show. Everyone support Ralph Bucci, The Wise Up Show. A big hug, Ralph. A big hug. Ralph, you must do your morning shows every day. You do it one day and then you don't do it anymore. No, you must do it every day, Ralph. Every day. With the blessing of God. A big hug for Ralph. And Ralph, put your link, your two channel links. Put your two channel links in the chat. That way everyone can sub and support you. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. Okay, Mr. Smith, the great Mr. Smith. We have Mr. Smith in our chat family. Mr. Smith is 5.56 media. Que Dios te bendiga. Okay, mijo, que Dios te cuide. Te quiero mucho. That is, I am greeting my grandson. I am greeting my grandson. He just came. He just came home from work. Okay. God bless my grandson. God bless my grandson always. And a kiss on the forehead. And you owe me $500 for the light bill. Just some humor. Okay, okay. Okay, let me welcome Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, God bless you. And I hope Mrs. Smith is doing well. According to the video you made, she fell in the barn. She fell in the barn. But the question that I must ask you, Mr. Smith, what was Mrs. Smith doing in the barn when that is your job? That is your job, Mr. Smith. Mrs. Smith's job is to be in her home, not in the barn. So, Mr. Smith, I must scold you for that. Uh, just some humor, just some humor. Mr. Smith, God bless you and a big hug. And Mrs. Smith must be careful in the barn. And God bless Mrs. Smith and Mother Smith and the famous Smith dogs. Let me tell you, Mr. Smith has a beautiful home and he has a lot of acres of land. Beautiful. It reminds me of the series on Netflix. It is called The Heartland. There is a series. There is a series of, I'm sorry, wait. There is a series on Netflix called Heartland. You can see the trailers on YouTube. It is an excellent series. It has over 15 seasons. So, Mr. Smith's property reminds me of that series, Heartland. So, Mr. Smith, a big hug, and Mr. Smith, do not forget if you build the baseball field, they will come. They will come. Okay, okay. So I greeted everyone. Okay. Let me get back to the main topic. But first, let me check the messages in the chat. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me get the magnifying glass. Okay. I got the magnifying glass. Hold on, everyone. Okay, okay. Okay, hold on, everyone. Okay. Miss Carol says, Mr. Smith, I hope she recovers soon. Spirit says prayers for Mrs. Smith. Okay. Okay, Mr. Smith says, Edwin, I can't build a baseball field. The reflection of the lights from my head blinds both teams on the field. That is good, Mr. Smith. That is a good one. Carol Quill says, oh my God, Mr. Smith, so sorry to hear that. Hope all goes well on Monday. Mr. Smith says, Kid Rock, thank you. Okay. Mr. Smith says, Carol Mahale, soft cast crutches will know more after the specialist next week. Probable ligament damage. So, Mr. Smith, we ask God and the Virgin Mary for blessings of complete recovery for Mrs. Smith. Okay, hold on. Okay, I've been on the air almost an hour. You see? You see how fast time goes by? Okay, let me touch the topic of Puerto Rico. Okay, this is very important. I want to repeat it again because there's a lot of Americans that they do not know their other American brothers and sisters here in Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico, to be clear, Puerto Rico is not a foreign country. There are a lot of Americans think that we are a foreign country. We are not a foreign country. We are a U.S. territory since 1898. Okay. Before that, we were a possession. We were a possession of Spain. See, the word possession is completely different from the word territory. We were an object. I repeat, before 1898, Puerto Rico, the island of Puerto Rico, was a possession of Spain. We were subject. We were subject to the laws of Spain, but we had no rights. You see, we had no rights. To be clear, in 1917, the U.S. Congress granted U.S. citizenship to all the Puerto Ricans here on the island. I repeat, in 1917, the U.S. Congress, Washington, D.C., 1917, we were granted everyone that lived in Puerto Rico in 1917 that was of Puerto Rican heritage, automatically U.S. citizen. As soon as a baby is born, U.S. citizen. That is the way it works. Every baby that is born in Puerto Rico is a U.S. citizen under the Constitution of the United States, to be clear. And I want to clarify this. Okay, once a Puerto Rican, let's say a Puerto Rican is born and raised in Puerto Rico, once that Puerto Rican goes to the state to live in any of the 50 states, boom. Once that person lives in the state 6 months or to a year, they can vote. They can vote. You see? In other words, me, Uncle Edwin, if I move back to New York City, if I go back to the South Bronx or anywhere, I can live anywhere of the 50 states. But if I go back to any of the states, once I pass over 6 months or a year, depending on the rules and regulations of the state that I am living, I can vote for the president. But every American citizen that lives in Puerto Rico cannot vote for the president. Why? Because we are a territory. You see, that is the difference. Here in Puerto Rico, everything is the same. Everything is the same, just like in the States. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. The only difference is that if you live in Puerto Rico, you cannot vote in presidential elections. You can only vote for local elections here in Puerto Rico. And also, this is very important. Here in Puerto Rico, everything is in Spanish. In other words, if you go to a government office, to do government business, everything is in Spanish. Our court system, listen to this. We have the same court system as it is the same system. It is the same American system. The only difference is that the language that the lawyers speak, the district attorney, the judge, it is in Spanish. It is in Spanish. If you go to federal court, it is in English. To be clear. An example, if you live in Puerto Rico and you have to go to federal court, the trial will be in English. But if you go to the state court, it will be in Spanish. And let's say let's say that you want to renew your license. The Department of Motor Vehicles, it is in Spanish. Every government local office is in Spanish. And check this out. This is uh, this is the way it is here in Puerto Rico. When we were granted U.S. citizenship in 1917. Listen to this one. Okay, hold on, everyone. Hold on. I am in my room. Now I have to go to the living room. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. I will be with you in exactly 1 to 2 minutes. Hold on, please. Okay, everyone, I'm back. As you can see, I haven't had time. I haven't had time to. I haven't had time to bring down the Christmas tree. I haven't had time. So here we are still celebrating Christmas. It is now March, and the tree is still up. But I'm gonna take it down soon. I am going to take it down soon. This tree has been up. It's going for 2 years. But I'm gonna find time. I must find time. Hold on, everyone. Okay, okay. Check this out, everyone. Check this out. In 1917, Puerto Rico was granted U.S. citizenship. Okay, immediately at the time when Puerto Rico was granted citizenship, all the public schools, all the public schools were in English. I repeat, all the public schools at that time. I am talking about the 1920s, the 1930s, the 1940s, and then check this out. In the 50s, the local government, listen to me carefully, because it's a little confusing. The local government decided at that time that that being that Puerto Rico is just a territory, they decided they decided that all classes that all classes that all classes uh, that all classes had to be in Spanish. But check this out. Check this out. This is where the confusion is, and this is where the arguments come. Our Listen to this. Our public school system is funded by the U.S. federal government with uh, with federal tax paying money. Okay, and I have argued this since I've been in Puerto Rico. I've been in Puerto Rico since 1976. Okay, I have participated, being that I being that I am being that I've been here for over 45 years. I have participated in radio programs. I have participated in many radio programs. I have also gone to the Capitol and have participated in hearings. But mainly, I have participated in many debates. Uh, my debate was this: if we receive, if our educational system, if our educational system is funded with federal funds, so that means that all our public schools, they must be in English, must be in English, because you don't have to have a doctorate's degree. You see, if we are being funded, if our school system is being funded with federal funds paid by millions of taxpayers in the States and also in Puerto Rico, because we do, here in Puerto Rico, we also pay federal taxes, to be clear. But the majority of the funds that come to Puerto Rico for our school system come from the majority of the taxpayers in the 50 states. So it is my opinion and many other people that think the way I think here in Puerto Rico, that our school system all the classes must be in English. But no, they decided in the 50s that instead of English, everything must be in Spanish. And that is not good. I'm going to tell you why. All the kids that graduate high school, they have no knowledge of English. And let me tell you, the English language is important. Imagine, and this is where we have a lot of conflict, a lot of political conflict here, and a lot of debate. We have students that graduate out of high school and they go to university and they get a bachelor's, a master's, and a doctorate, but they do not master the English language. and that is not good. We have a lot of high school and college students that graduate out of our universities here in Puerto Rico. They move to the States and they have no knowledge of English, and they're American citizens. You see? So here in Puerto Rico, we have a lot of debates. We have a lot of political debates on that topic. You see, if you are an American citizen, you must speak English. That is reality of life. If we are American citizens here in Puerto Rico, everyone in Puerto Rico, everyone in Puerto Rico should be completely bilingual, and we are not completely bilingual. An example, in my job here in Puerto Rico, every time, every time, every time a person or a client or we have a business transaction, in English, they call Uncle Edwin. Uncle Edwin, talk, uh, Uncle Edwin, you attend the person. Because a lot of employees in our company, including the owner, does not speak English. You see? You see, English is important. And then here in Puerto Rico, in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, and in the early 50s, all the public schools were in English. And then the politicians, check this out. See, I tell you the good and the bad. I tell you the good and the bad. The way, that is the correct way. The politicians in that era to gain votes. You see, to gain votes. No, all the classes are in Spanish. But and then I ask myself this also: if if we receive if we are receiving federal funds, how come the federal government doesn't complain? In other words, if I was in charge, if I was in charge of the federal of the federal education department, I would tell the government of Puerto Rico, we are not going to send you no more money for your schools, because your schools, English is the language. You must, if you want federal funds, all the classes must be in English. But the federal educational department in Washington, they do not say that. So they send millions and millions of federal funds for our public school system, but everything is in Spanish. And that is not good. Why? Because for the future of the children, you see, a child, a child here in Puerto Rico should be completely bilingual. You see, when I was born and raised in New York City. So outside of the home, everything is in English. When in the home, I spoke Spanish, but outside, you see, at least the Puerto Ricans that are born and raised like me in the States, uh, we ha- we I thank God we know two languages. We know English and we know Spanish. But here in Puerto Rico, but here in Puerto Rico, the majority of our young kids, they do not they do not know how to speak English. And they are US citizens. You see? That is the debate. That debate in Puerto Rico has been going on since I've been in Puerto Rico. Okay? So I am telling you again, I am telling you the good and the bad. See, that is something that I do not agree with. It is my opinion that our school system here in Puerto Rico should be in English. And then check this out. The teachers, they don't know how to speak in English. So how can they give classes in English? You see, we have a lot of problems here in Puerto Rico. We have a lot of problems here in Puerto Rico. But uh, like I said, and I repeat it, I will tell you the good and I will tell you the bad. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. Um, Nothing is perfect in Puerto Rico, and nothing is perfect in the 50 states. So I want to repeat, Puerto Rico is the same as any other state. The only thing is that here you cannot vote for the president, and everything is in Spanish. And everything is in Spanish. And I also want to say this: the supermarket prices, the 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 supermarket prices are higher than in the states. You see an example. Let's say in the states with $1,000. Here that's here an example. This is an example. Miss Carol Mahel goes to the supermarket. Let's say she buys $1,000 of groceries. The $1,000 that Miss Carol spends, here I will spend $1,500. See, the supermarket prices are higher here than in the States. Okay? Uh, here the cost of life is very expensive. An example, here in Puerto Rico, every month, I pay an average of over $300, and I pay an average of over $300 in electricity. Every month, I pay $200 in water bill. Cable and internet. Cable and internet, I pay $170. Okay? Uh, gas is a dollar because here is by liter. Here is by liter. I pay $1 a liter. But but to be truthful and honest, living in Puerto Rico is very expensive. It is expensive. But personally, me, I've been here since December of 1976. Uh, I have adapted myself very well here in Puerto Rico. I've been here since 1976. I will die here. I love Puerto Rico with all my heart and soul. It is where my parents were born and raised. Here in Puerto Rico, there is crime. To be clear, there is crime everywhere. But I rather. This is my own opinion. I rather raise children. This is my own opinion. I rather raise a child here in Puerto Rico than in New York City. That is my opinion. I rather let's say I had a newborn baby. So I rather that baby be born and raised here in Puerto Rico instead of New York City. That is my opinion. You see, I can talk about New York City because I was born and raised in New York City. I know it has changed a lot, not for the good, not for the good, and that I know because I watch the news. I have ABC News, I have NBC News, plus I have the YouTube. In YouTube, there are all the New York stations and everything. So I have information complete on what's going on in the States. Okay, hold on, everyone. I've been on the air already for an hour and 15 minutes. Tommy Six, if you are in the chat, press the link. You are welcome. You are welcome to press the link. I am inviting Tommy Six. Tommy Six. If Tommy Six is in the chat, please press the link, Tommy. Let me send out a shout out to my nephew, Emery. God bless you, Emery. And again, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Emery. A big hug for my nephew. And also Miss Marla. Miss Marla, happy birthday again. Happy birthday again and a big hug. And let me send a special shout out to my dear Miss Angel Gotti. God bless you, Miss Angel. God bless you. And I always give you a big hug. And I want to be clear and I want to say it officially. And I have repeated it a million times. Miss Angel Gotti, Miss Emery, very dear to my heart, to the depth. To the depth. Miss Angel, Emery, they are like my blood relatives. They are like my blood relatives. I want to be clear. A lot of people on YouTube are going to say, wow, that Edwin is an ass kisser. I don't give a damn what you say. I repeat, with all respect, and God, please forgive me for saying the word damn. But I do not give a damn. I do not give a damn what the demons say. I do not give a damn. I love Miss Angel and I love Emery to the depths. To the depth. It is a spiritual connection. It is a spiritual love that I feel. I feel, because I like to be clear, I feel that I have known Miss Angel all my life. That is the way I feel. I feel that I have known Emery all my life. That is the same way I feel about Tommy Six. I feel that I have known Tommy all my life. And also Uncle Tindu. Uncle Tindu. I feel that I have known Uncle Tindu all my life. That is spiritual connection. You see, they are people that you meet in your life, that you are drawn to. That is a spiritual connection. That a lot of people do not understand that. But that's the way it is. See, that is the way I feel about Miss Angel. And also, Miss Angel is a good person. She has a good heart. She has a good heart. And also Emery. That is the way I feel, and I defend this to the death. To the death. And I tell, and please forgive me for deviating out of the topic. You can disguise it. You can disguise it in all the words that you want, but you are harassing Miss Angel. You are harassing Emery, period. It is against the law. It is against the law. You can, hold on, everyone, hold on. They can disguise it with beautiful words. No, what yous are doing, what is harassing. Imagine saying that Miss Angel, and I am sorry to bring this up, but I must bring it up because I must give my opinion. Imagine that a person goes on YouTube and says that Miss Angel is not the real daughter. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be a scientist. Just look at the photo of Miss Angel. It is obvious. It is obvious that she is the daughter of Mr. John Gotti Sr. May he rest in peace. May he rest in peace, and may God bless his memory. And that is and that is also another thing. They are many on YouTube have no respect for the dead. Have no respect for the dead. Cursing, cursing, cursing the Father. Hey, he is dead. He died. We must respect the dead. Let me tell you, and I have repeated this many times, the behavior that I have seen on YouTube, I have never seen it in my entire life. And I am 68 years old. This year, hopefully, if God gives me the permission of life, in November, I will be 69 years old. I will be 69. In 68 years, I must say this. In 68 years, I have never seen the behavior that I have seen on YouTube. It is unacceptable. It is disgusting to question a person. I repeat, please forgive me, God. Who the hell are you? Who the hell are you to question a person's birth? Who the hell are you to question a person's birth? With what with what authority? With what authority do you question the birth of Miss Angel? With what authority? That is harassment. Let me tell you, here in Puerto Rico, listen to me carefully. Internet harassment is taken very seriously. Here in Puerto Rico, internet, I want to repeat it. Here they don't play around with that. That is sacred. I will give an example. And Miss Carol Mahel, please forgive me for taking you as an example, but you are my YouTube sister. And I feel that I have that confidence in you. This is just an example, because this will never happen. If I come on this channel and I insult Miss Carol Mahel every single day, and I tell Miss Carol, you are not the daughter. You are not the daughter of the father. You are not the daughter of your mother. Miss Carol, you are this. Miss Carol, you are that. Miss Carol, I am talking about Puerto Rico. Miss Carol, all she has to do, she goes to the district attorney. She files a complaint against me. They find out that I live in Puerto Rico. I will be in a court of law in a week. In a week. And the judge will fine me from $1,000 to $5,000. And the judge in a court of law, I must apologize to Miss Carol on my knees. On my knees. And if I don't pay the fine, I am going to jail. I am going to jail. That is the reality. That is what happens in Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico is a U.S. territory, and it has the federal laws. It has all the federal laws, and all the state laws is the same in every state. It is similar. So I ask these individuals, who the hell are you to question the birth of Miss Angel? Who the hell are you to accuse Emery? Who are you? With what authority? You have no authority. You are delinquents. That's what you are. That's what yous are. Delinquents. Pure delinquents. And in the long run, you're going to end up in a court of law, and you're going to end up in prison, because what you are doing is illegal. And that is reality of life. And I have learned this in my 68 years. The evil that you do to others, it comes back 100 times. It is unbelievable. And I am sorry that I have deviated the topic. Please accept my sincere apologies. But this is something that it bothers me. It bothers me that individuals questioning a person's birth, a person's birth, and what goes on YouTube, the abuse of a channel. Channels are not true. You cannot do it. You cannot do what you are doing. It is illegal. It is illegal. It is illegal. And you're going to end up in a court of law. And also, I have repeated this a lot of times. The punishment of God is coming. It is coming. It is coming. Do not mess with God. You do not mess with God. Every time individuals abuse, every time, every time, every time, let me organize my thoughts because my English and Spanish get mixed. Listen to me carefully, everyone, with the utmost respect. If you abuse a person, God is watching. God is watching. I repeat, God is watching you. It is just a matter of time when God will come to get you. A lot of people, this is not a laughing matter. You see, when I talk like that, I know that many they mock me, they laugh at me, but I do not give a damn. I do not give a damn. I stand I stand straight, I walk straight, I do not bend. I do not bend. And I do not negotiate with demons ever. I believe in God. God is the center of my life. I repeat, God is the center of my life. See, once you have God in your life, uh, once you have God in your life, you do not bend. Period. So I stand firm. I support Miss Angel Gotti to the depths, and I support Emery to the depths. They are very special to my heart. It is a spiritual connection. It is a spiritual connection. Many, many will not understand it, but I do not give a damn. I do not give a damn. I love God with all my heart. I have my faith, the faith that I have in God. If I stand in front of an ocean and I ask God, God, can you open up the ocean? Just like in the movie, just like in the movie, the ocean will open up. And I profess it with the faith that I have in God. I hope everyone is understanding what I am saying. And I want it to be clear what is going on YouTube with Miss Angel and with Emery. It is against the law. It is against the law, period. It is evil. It is not correct. It is not correct. And those that are involved in total harassment, listen to me carefully, you will receive the harshest punishment in the name of God. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time when God knocks at your door. And God comes in different ways. God comes in different ways. You can go to sleep at night. You can go to sleep at night and wake up with a cancer. With a cancer. That is God. That is God telling you, you harass people, Now deal with the cancer. That is the way God works. You do not mess with God. You do not mess with God. Let me repeat it. Let me stress it clearly. If you do not believe in God, it is time to start. And God is serious. You do not play around with God. You do not play around with God. God will get you. God will get you. I have repeated this many times. It is time for these individuals on YouTube. It is time to stop. It is time to stop. It is time for everyone. Do not abuse your channels. Do positive content. Do positive content. YouTube is not to attack Miss Angel. YouTube is not to attack MRE. That is not the purpose of YouTube. The purpose of YouTube is not to dox, to expose, and to try to destroy human beings. You cannot become the judge, the jury, and the executioner. You cannot convert your channel into a kangaroo court. It is illegal. It is pure harassment. It is harassment. It is harassment. You can disguise it with whatever words that you want. But what yous are doing, it is harassment, it is wrong, and it is against the laws of God. It is against the laws of God. Okay, everyone. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, everyone. Hold on. Okay, everyone. I've been on the air for an hour and a half. I hope I have explained some little things about Puerto Rico, but there are more things about Puerto Rico that you should know. But to close, I will do a part 2 and a part 3 in the future. But to close this telecast, I want to be clear. I love Puerto Rico with all my heart and soul. This is where I will die. I am very grateful. I am very grateful to God that I have the privilege of living in Puerto Rico. To live in Puerto Rico is a blessing of God. That is just my opinion. I repeat, to live in Puerto Rico is a blessing of God. Here there is no cold weather, never. This is eternal beach weather all the time. Once in a while we get a very dangerous hurricane, but we survive it. Mostly everyone now in Puerto Rico, we all have generators. We all have generators. All our homes are of solid cement. Cement with iron beams. Cement with iron beams. The majority, 90% of all the homes in Puerto Rico, it is called cemento armado. Cemento armado. What does that mean? It is cement with iron beams. Cement with iron beams. You see? All the houses are very well built. Here in Puerto Rico, the construction is excellent. The way they build homes, the way they build buildings, excellent. We have great people that are architects. We have great engineers. You see, we have also great doctors. We have great lawyers. uh, that have studied in Harvard University, Notre Dame, uh, just like in the States, just like in the States. You see? And we have a large group of professional people. I want to clear something up before we close the telecast. Okay, Puerto Ricans, the nationality of Puerto Ricans, we do not come from the Taino Indians. With all respect, I am not downgrading the Taino Indians. No, I am just telling you the truth. We do not come. There's a lot of, you see, there's a lot of people that don't know nothing about Puerto Rico. The true origin of a Puerto Rican is from Spain. We are Spaniards. My ancestors, my ancestors, my my great grandparents. From listen to me carefully to what I am about to say. Puerto Ricans, their ancestors are from Spain and Africa, and Africa, and we are proud of the Spaniard heritage, and we are proud of the African heritage. Like I always say, in our family tree, everyone has a relative from Africa. Embrace it. And also this, there is a lot of racism on YouTube. A lot of people, uh, you can tell the way they express themselves. A lot of uh, a lot of racism, discrimination. Be careful the way you express yourself. Your channels can be struck down. Your channels can be struck down. I also observed this in a chat that I was. One of the participants wrote in the chat the N word, the N word. I mean, we are in 2024. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. I observed that in one of the chats. In one of the chats. I will not say the channel, and I am not going to say the name of the person or anything. But I observed that because I read the chat. I read the chat. I try to read every comment when I participate. You see, like now, I am live. I am talking. Uh, Being that I am talking, it is hard. It is hard for me. And if right now I only have the StreamYard chat. The letters of the StreamYard, it is small. I could only see some messages that StreamYard sends me in big letters. But imagine that. We are in 2024, and there are still people on YouTube that are racist. They're racist. And I want to clarify something. Marie is not a racist. Marie is just a good person. I repeat, Marie is not a Nazi or a racist. Marie is just a good person. If Marie was racist, Marie would have nothing to do with me because I am Puerto Rican. I am Puerto Rican. I am not Anglo. I repeat, I am not Anglo. What is an Anglo? An Anglo is a person of fair skin. An example, an Anglo. Mr. Lee Cole. Mr. Lee Cole is a person of Anglo heritage. You see? And I mentioned, to be clear, I mentioned Mr. Lee Cole with the utmost respect because he is my friend. He is one of my YouTube friends, and may God bless Mr. Lee Cole. May God bless him, and I wish him the best. And I wish him the best always, always. And Mr. Lee is also a good person. He has everyone. Everyone has their eccentricities, the way they say. But Mr. Lee has a good heart. Mr. Lee has a good heart. Mr. Lee knows. You see, uh, one thing about Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee knows how far he can go. You see, Mr. Lee. Let me repeat it again. And I want to repeat, when I mention Mr. Lee Cole, I mention him with the utmost respect because I respect Mr. Lee. He is my friend. He is my friend. And I wish him the best, good health, and his channels. I wish him all the best always. But one thing about Mr. Lee that Mr. Lee has, and it is a good thing to have, Mr. Lee knows until where he can go. There are a lot of people that an example, there are a lot of people that just keep on kicking the bear. This is a metaphor. There is a sleeping bear. There is a sleeping bear. Maybe Mr. Lee Cole will kick the bear. But Mr. Lee Cole will kick the bear up to a certain point. You see? Because Mr. Lee knows if he keeps on kicking the bear is going to eat him. That is a metaphor. You see? Mr. Lee knows that. Mr. Lee has that discipline. You see? That is an example that I am giving. And I congratulate Mr. Lee. You see? But a lot of people just keep on kicking the bear. They keep on kicking the bear. And then one day, the bear will eat that person up in a second. So I tell all those, stop kicking the bear. And I want to say this tonight, do not underestimate the kindness of Miss Angel. Do not underestimate Emery. Emery is not a punk. I repeat, Emery is not a punk. I hope I am clear. I know the streets very well. With all humbleness, I know the streets very well. And Emery is not no punk. And do not underestimate Miss Angel. Do not underestimate her. Respect her. Just leave her alone. Leave her alone. And leave Emery alone. You do your program, Emery will do his. Miss Angel does her lives, you do yours. There is no need. There is none of nobody's business. Everyone, mind your own business. I repeat, everyone, mind your own business. I am sorry that I have extended myself, and please forgive and please accept my sincere apologies for giving this sermon. Please accept my sincere apologies. Okay, I will be back in the future. I will be back in the future, and I will talk more about Puerto Rico. I will talk more about Puerto Rico. I hope everyone has learned something, So God bless you all. God bless you all. God bless you all, and good night. It is now, hold on everyone. It is now 11. It's gonna be midnight. It's going to be midnight. So I want to thank everyone. And God bless you all. And a big hug. And thank you, Tommy Six. Tommy Six motivated me to do this live about Puerto Rico. Okay, everyone. God bless you all. God bless you all. And a big hug for everyone. And God bless everyone on YouTube. And please stop kicking the bear before the bear eats you. Please stop kicking the bear before the bear eats you.
Le llamaban Yaret y yo le cambié el nombre. Tú regresarás. Tú regresarás. Se me fue Yaret, se marchó Yaret. La mujer que yo tenía se fue y me abandonó. Me dijo que ella quería alguien mejor que yo. Difícil. Como yo sufrí, como yo lloré cuando la vi que se marchó. Pero antes de irse le dije tú a mí vas a volver y se
Team you can find Boricuas themselves. They tell stories no one else can tell, of experiences no one else can offer, in places no one else can claim. Rooted in a single belief that the Boricua way of life can make everyone's way of life more joyful, more passionate, more authentic, more memorable, and more inspired. Live Boricua. Discover Puerto Rico has remained steadfast in the face of many challenges, and in fact, positioned our destination to come back stronger than ever. Today, we introduce not just a new campaign, not just a new way to think about Puerto Rico, but an entirely new way to think about experiencing the world. While a lot of people will tell you they live to travel, we believe you should travel to live. This is our moment. This is our story. This is our invitation. Live Boricua. Based in truth, backed by research. 8 markets, 16 groups, over 900 respondents. Affirmed by consumers and brought to life by the most passionate, authentic,
Y dice así, dice mi socio, y dice así, dice mi hermano, en el Tibiricaba, oye, en el Tibiricaba, ya tú lo ves mi compadre, ya tú lo ves mi compadre. Oye, como dice, en Venezuela, en Guatemala, en Costa Rica, en Puerto Rico, allá en España, y en la Argentina, tibiricabra, 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 tibiricabra. Oye, como dicen, en brasilero, en panameño, y dice así, dice mi socio, y dice así, dice mi hermano. Oye, como dice, en Venezuela,